Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Kate.
And I'm Alex.
And we are back with part 2 of Stella's Trader Joe's box.
Yes, Stella's awesome friend of the channel, and she sent us a massive haul of goodies from Trader Joe's, and this is part 2.
Yeah, part 1 was fabulous. If you have not seen it, we'll leave a link up there. But I'm super excited. It seems like quite a lot of like nut things, pretzels, but then we also have the showstopper chocolate Brooklyn Babka that we're super excited to try. And we've got some teas along there. Thank you so much for this awesome box, Stella. We are super excited to get eating. We will be sending Stella a box of British treats back to enjoy. If anyone else would like to try some, we'll leave a link down to our website down below.
Yeah, and we've got a selection of boxes on there from one-off boxes that are great to send to friends and family, or we've got subscription boxes where we send new and exciting things to you every month, so there's lots for you to try.
There is. What would you like to start with, Al?
Have we got anything savoury in this box at all?
This. Peanuts in a pickle.
Ooh, and now this is from the pickle range.
Yes, we've tried 2 things from the pickle range.
Yeah, and they have these cool like green and light green chevrons.
These are dill pickled flavoured Virginia peanuts. West Virginia! Mountain Mama!
Contrary to convention, the question here is, how do I get into this pickle? Most flavoured nuts are coated with powders. These perfection pursuing peanuts are infused with the flavour of dill pickles, so they will look like ordinary peanuts. They're imbued with extraordinary flavour, richly flavoured Virginia peanuts with no powder on your fingers. Why not grab a bag and get yourself in a pickle?
The thing is though, I love that powder on my fingers.
Yeah, me too.
I love like licking them off.
Nothing better than being able to lick your fingers.
Are these just dry?
So they look like super dry.
What?
Ooh,
get some in my
smell
hand.
them.
Wow. Should we do a close up? These almost look like sunflower seeds
No,
in
they
a way.
almost look
so
more like
flat.
flaked almonds because they're so flat.
They're really flat. It looks like there's a bitter flavour, but I don't think it is. I think it's like the way they've been bashed against
When
each
they
other.
say we've infused, do you think they've just put them in like a jar of pickle juice?
Yeah.
And then let them dry out again?
Cheers. Woo! At first I was like, there's no flavour whatsoever. They're tangy.
You might not get this because I doubt you often go into men's toilets, but it's like a flavour in my mouth.
It's like the gel on the urinal.
You know when you're eating something and you kind of breathe forward and you get a flavour? That is kind of like the same smell as like a urinal cake. Do you know what I mean?
Is that one of those things that you...
Blocks. It's kind of like off-putting. Like, if it was a bit more like tangy, maybe it would be nicer.
Also, I usually think Trader Joe's are really on it, but who doesn't want the stuff on their fingers?
I know.
I love that powder. I want more the merrier. I'm waiting to get the bottom corner to get all the extra salt and powder bits. Who wants a dry peanut? Not me.
They are good. It's just that little hint of that flavour is just kind of off-putting. But I think they have done it well. Like, they have infused the flavour well.
It is definitely infused.
I just wish there was a bit more.
And
like, in some ways, I wish it was a dill pickle powder.
Yeah.
I think I prefer
kind of
that.
think it like a nice salty, tangy pickle powder. Stella says, peanuts in a pickle. I've not tried these either, but I do love pickles and pickle flavoured chips. So hoping these do not disappoint. Stella, if you haven't tried them, I would say don't buy them. I don't think they'll be pickly enough.
The crisps were really tangy, weren't they? And
Really
lovely.
tangy, yeah.
That's what I wanted.
I'm going to be really harsh and say 4.
No, I don't think you're being that harsh. I think
Okay.
they're like a 5. It's missed slightly, I think.
Yeah, if you want a nice dried peanut, fine.
And you like
You know,
pickles.
and you're in your work outfit and you don't want to...
But maybe you'd just be better off like having a jar of pickles and having a pot of peanuts and
Yeah.
just slinging a pickle in your
I
mouth
think
in
so.
between a
I
handful of
think so.
peanuts.
I think
Salty
so
peanuts.
too.
I think that's what's missing. I wish they were maybe still salty as well.
Yeah, we want the salt.
Yeah.
Right, what do you want to pick out?
I think we should go for the almond butter filled pretzel nuggets and also these milk chocolate peanut butter pretzels.
Now, there's been a bit of a heat wave in a lot of countries and here in England. This is just one pretzel.
Is it?
But I'm
sounds
excited
exciting.
for that. I think it would just be the chocolate that's all melted. This is like the same branding as the Ubi ones we tried, like with the little pretzel that looks like a bun.
So I think we've had one like this before, but I think they were peanut butter.
And what are they?
These are almond butter. Once upon a time, a plucky pretzel nugget sauntered into the life of an unsuspecting dollop of almond butter. That almond butter was in need of some real crunch, and as it happened, that pretzel had just that. The two were a match made in the culinary kingdom of sweet and salty satisfaction. While most narratives of this genre fall in the realm of fiction, our almond butter filled pretzel nuggets are the real life stars of this authentically appetizing anecdote.
They're really like salty, savoury, but did you get a really aftertaste of a nice sweetness?
Sweet, yeah.
It would never be something I'd ever go and pick out, but actually eating that, I quite enjoyed it. I think I'm definitely changing my tastes along the years with these videos.
This is much better than the peanut butter ones we had because
they were really dry.
They were really dry and the outside didn't have a lot of salt on or no salt. The salt gets your saliva going. With the peanut butter, it was just like dry.
Quite dry.
It was just getting stuck to your tongue and the roof of your mouth.
Because these exactly the same, but they're covered, which I think might help the peanut butter.
In the middle, yeah.
Oh look, we're actual size for once. And we're delicious. No story on the back of this one.
Right, let's see what this one big chocolate covered pretzel bite looks like. Ooh. I mean, it's accidental, but it looks amazing.
Wow. I thought you were going to grab it all out, yeah. So they're all totally fine. It's just the chocolate's melted a bit, but I probably have got a bit more chocolate than it should have. Did you get much salt on yours?
Yeah.
Although there seems to be more salt on this one, because that bite was missing salt. More salt.
And this even more takes that sweet and salty balance to another level, doesn't it? Whereas these are really quite savoury and salty with a little bit of sweetness. These are like sweet and salty.
I want them to put salt on the almond butter one. I really enjoyed that almond butter in the middle. These look unique as the chocolate fully coats a rectangular looking pretzel. With any luck, this chocolate is nicer than a Hershey's bar. Lol. 100% nicer than a Hershey's bar.
This chocolate on here, that's one of the things I was going to say.
Really delicious.
It could be disappointing depending on the chocolate they've used, but the chocolate is really nice.
Yeah.
For me, they're an 8 out of 10. I mean, I love that as a salty, kind of savoury snack, but these take it up a notch, and these are a 10 out of 10 for me. They're absolutely delicious. They're amazing.
I'm going to go 6 and 7. I know they sound quite low, but it's just those things aren't my go-to things. So they are pretty good. It's just...
I would happily have the chocolate covered ones as my treat of choice.
Really?
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah, you love
really good.
peanuts and stuff. These got a bit melted as well, but they're totally fine. We've got cashew butter cashews and almond butter almonds. What? Honey roasted cashews covered in a sweetened cashew butter coating and roasted salted almonds covered in a sweetened almond butter coating. No wonder it's melted because it's only really like a buttery.
Yeah. Cashews covered in cashew butter. These pleasantly surprised me. They have a sweet and salty note. And then almonds and almond butter. That's amazing, isn't it? So it's literally an almond covered in almond butter. These are more salty than sweet. I prefer the cashews, but love how both nuts have a creamy texture.
I like the branding. It's blue and
cool,
flowers.
So somewhere in this mash of almond butter, there's going to be almonds in there. Looks good, doesn't it?
I've made a mess. Can't take me anywhere.
That almond butter's really creamy. Probably best if you try and get a bit from in there. Oh wow. It's salty and creamy.
So salty. Nice.
I love almonds and almond butter, so.
Well, I'm not the biggest fan of almonds, but that almond butter makes it so much better. I love cashews.
Oh wow, yeah. The almond is creamy and earthy. The cashew is literally creamy like butter.
That's the thing with almonds, is they're quite earthy. This is really creamy. And that butter on top is amazing. It's really sweet.
The cashew, for me, funny enough, is almost sickly sweet. It's almost like white chocolate, isn't it? This is like milk chocolate. Isn't that interesting?
That literally tastes like white chocolate. You know, we've had the white chocolate bars with pretzels in.
Yeah.
It tastes like that. This is amazing. I didn't think I was going to like it that much. It is really sickly sweet though, isn't it? They're amazing if you like cashews and you want something sweet but not chocolate. It tastes like chocolate.
You know in America where something's covered in candy melts? It's almost got that texture.
I'm going cashew over
and I'm going almond over cashew.
Really?
I think I have to give it a 7 because I would actually much prefer the pretzel because there's the crunch and the salty sweetness. I like this, but it's a bit soft.
I'm giving the cashews an 8 out of 10. I think they're phenomenal. It tastes like cashews in white chocolate. Really, really delicious. For the almonds, they were nicer than I thought actually, so I'm probably going to give them a 7.
Should we get the teas on the go then?
I think so. So we have got Trader Joe's Organic Blood Orange.
That sounds nice.
Rooibos Herbal Tea Blend. And then we've got...
Mango Black Tea. We've had Rooibos before, and people always say we're saying it wrong, so I don't know how you actually
Rooibos.
Rooibos.
Pronounced Rooibos.
Rooibos.
Only grows wildly in one place on Earth. a relatively small region along the Western Cape of South Africa. The region is regarded as one of the richest botanical areas in the world, so it only follows that Rooibos. I think it's Rooibos is better.
Yeah. The first time we ever had Rooibos was from South Africa.
Yes,
it was from the Cheetah Experience. But I'm excited to try it with the blood orange flavour.
Yeah, me too. Shall I carry on reading?
Yes. Sorry, I thought you got to the end.
So it only follows that Rooibos would be responsible for some of the finest herbal teas in the world, right? On its own, Rooibos herbal tea is smooth, full-bodied and easy drinking. But in the blend you have before you, we've upped the ante by adding tangy hibiscus, delicate rose hips, zesty orange and organic natural flavours to the mix. Steep this herbal tea to perfection and you've got a bright, bold brew you won't soon forget.
So this says, Trader Joe's Mango Black Tea is the perfect combination of black tea, natural flavours and herbs, creating an irresistible, refreshing beverage. Enjoy a cup of this exotic brew hot or try it over ice. Ooh. You'll find paradise in every cup. Oh look, this way to paradise.
That's good.
Should we get a sniff in on this?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
That smells great, and the smelling on this.
Wow, that is orange. Ooh.
I've never smelt such a strong tea bag.
While we wait for that to steep, should we try something else?
I think so. How about these 3 seasonings?
Yeah, I think we should.
I like the look of these.
Yeah, these look fun. So we've got everything but the Elote seasoning blend. We've got ranch seasoning blend, and we've got cheesy seasoning blend.
Yum!
Add some cheesiness to popcorn, vegetables or pasta, and the ranch says sprinkle on popcorn, vegetables or use in recipes.
And then everything but the elote is salt, chili pepper, cheese, chipotle and cumin.
We've had the elote one before.
Sprinkle, sprinkle this container and a basic corn cob takes a turn to incredible. A roasted corn cob, a little butter and a little mayo. Sprinkle, sprinkle, elote. It's also great on other vegetables or meat. A sprinkle here, sprinkle there, just a sprinkle, sprinkle everywhere.
That's the obvious thing. I've never done that because sometimes I'll have like sweet corn.
Yeah.
And just do it in the microwave.
I
should just put that on with a little knob of butter.
I feel
like
we don't like have stuff like that over here. Whereas I feel like so many people on TikTok and Instagram that I watch food videos, they do stuff like this on their sweet corn, on their avocado toast. I know you recently tasted a chip that was elote, Mexican street corn flavoured, and liked it. So I thought this would be nice to have to add to seasonings and any corn dishes.
That is so nice.
I couldn't work out.
That is so nice.
That was really hot. I think actually it has a real tang in there.
It's got a really nice salty, tangy hit to it. That is lovely.
Over some buttery corn, that'll be absolutely delicious. Up next.
Cheesy? You want cheesy next?
Cheesy.
You don't need to pull out the cheese and the grater. Use a sprinkle of cheesy seasoning blend to add that cheesy bit.
Stella says, I'm not a very cheesy person, but I thought this would work well on freshly popped popcorn. Well, funny you should say that. Me and Matt made fresh popcorn the other day, and we used that cheesy garlic parmesan one.
Oh, wow. Tastes like garlic bread.
It does.
That is amazing. That will make some lovely cheesy popcorn.
That'd be great for popcorn, but like it says here, pasta.
Yeah.
I think that'd be so nice on some pasta. I might have to look up some people doing recipes with them. Like, do you just literally sprinkle it over on top just to finish it off? And last but not least, we've got Trader Joe's Ranch Season Blend. Look, creamy buttermilk ranch dressing, buttermilk, mayonnaise, sour cream, Trader Joe's ranch seasoning blend. Ooh, I'm gonna make that. I know you like ranch, have seen many TikToks about this one. You can add to chips, popcorn, or put either sliced cucumber or carrots in a bag with the seasoning and shake it up. Nice. Yes, please. Wow. I really like how much you get in each of them. Like, it's a good sized jar.
And I love the idea of adding it as like a seasoning.
It smells like dill.
Dill, yeah. What's the deal with that? How do they make a powder taste so creamy? Oh,
that's so different with the dill. I really want to make it into that dip. There is something like an aftertaste with that, but I think that's because we're literally having it straight.
Yeah.
I'd like to try that in the dip. The dressing, and I'm going to look on TikTok. I'm surprised I haven't come across people yet doing that. I bet now that I've spoken to it, my phone's listening, I bet I'll literally see it later. Isn't it weird when that happens?
TikTok is listening.
It is listening.
Oh, what are you going to give those, by the way?
It's really hard because we're literally just dipping our fingers in, so I'm going to order them instead. I'm going to go right now, cheesy, ranch, and then elote.
I'm going to give them a preliminary 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I think they're all amazing, and I think that's such a cool thing to be able to add the flavouring that way. You're right, the cheesy, I think for me, then the elote, and then the ranch. I really love the ranch, but there's something about
There
the
is something
tang
about
on the
it.
chipotle.
And I think it will
the
be
elote.
And I think it will be better in a dressing. So
Yeah.
isn't it funny how when we do something with them, it might change our orders?
Yeah, definitely. I'll get the tea.
You get the tea.
I'll get the tea, Tor.
Get the tea off. Stella says she has not tried these, but the fellas.
The fellas?
The fellas look interesting. The flavours looked interesting. Blood orange, the fruit I love, so I have high hopes to this one. And mango, also in fruit form, I love.
I think we should try mango first. I think it will be the...
Less flavourful.
Yeah.
It smells delicious. I always find when it's really hot, there's not much flavour, but even with it being hot, I feel like there's a good amount of mango.
Yeah. It's not sweet, juicy mango.
No. Is that what you were waiting for?
No, I
You
literally
had that
just
brewing.
thought about that. I literally just thought of that now. It's not sweet, juicy mango, but there's enough mango there that it makes the tea interesting.
Yeah.
What I like is this is just black tea with a bit of mango,
Yeah.
so it just adds a bit of interest.
Yeah.
Because I like to drink my tea black. I don't tend to like to put milk in. So actually, for a change, it's nice to have a fruitiness.
It's just a nice fruity add.
Yeah, addition. Yeah, try that now. It already feels like it's cooled down a bit, and I think you can already taste more mango. What do you think?
It's a nice amount of mango. It's a nice flavour mango as
Yeah.
well. I just think while we finish the rest of the box, we'll keep
set these,
tasting
yeah.
it. But that's really nice. Some black teas, you can't really taste the flavour
Yeah.
at all. I think that's a good amount.
And I don't think you'd want it too sweet
No.
either.
And also, if you're making it as an iced tea, you can sweeten it up, which will probably bring out more mango. That tastes just like something. I know what it is.
3, 2, 1.
Halls.
Orange lozenge. Oh,
And halls.
basically the same thing, yeah.
And I mean specifically the orange one. It tastes just like that.
You get more mango than you do
Blood orange, which is crazy because they smell like more
smells so
blood.
much stronger.
I think I'm actually preferring the mango because of the black tea underneath.
Hmm.
This is just reminding me quite a lot like the halls. Don't you think that would be nice if you are having a sore throat?
Yeah.
You can have your halls,
Nice, soothing.
and then you can have a soothing tea.
Yeah.
I'll just
Right
leave that
now,
there
out
for
of the
now.
two, I think it's the mango for me.
Yeah, me too. Should we try these
Yeah, I
and
think so.
finish on the Babka?
Yes.
So we have got Frooze balls. Are these from Trader Joe's?
Don't look like it.
I think this item is something that Alex may enjoy. Kate, these may taste too healthy for you. I did look at them and think that. I don't think these are Trader Joe's, are they?
No, I don't think so. So this
But
is...
they look kind of
They
like...
look in the same vein, don't they? But I wonder if they sell these at Trader Joe's
I
or she's just
wonder,
found them somewhere
yeah.
else. So this is Frooze ball, peanut butter and jelly, seriously plant powered.
And this is all the yum of chocolate and hazelnuts are infused into one little coconut covered incredible ball to keep your taste buds happy and your body too. And this is Choc hazelnut.
So it's real fruit, tasty nuts, zero junk, Frooze balls, funny name, serious plant power.
If you're a vegan, I think these would be so good. If these are good for you, I feel like they'd be perfect for a bike ride.
Yeah.
Do you get excited about stuff like this?
I do, yeah.
I don't. Too healthy. Stella knows me.
There's one thing I love that I use on bike rides is Cliff Bar. They've got a nut centre. So it's like an energy bar on the outside, like an oat energy bar. And then it's got a centre of nut butter.
These look awesome though. I love the little balls.
Cheers. Let's have a little bit of jam in the middle.
Yeah, it does.
The only thing I don't like
Coconut.
is the coconut. Maybe if the coconut was there, they would be worse.
I'm so surprised how many you get in one.
Have you seen this? Born in clean green New Zealand. Yeah, you get 5 little balls in here.
This mango tea is amazing. Taste
This
that again.
Rooibos is pretty decent.
That mango is just getting better and better as it cools.
So what's this one? Choc hazelnut.
I bet you'd like that. You love it.
We found a winner.
Really? Yeah,
I
it says
thought this
loads.
was going to be my favourite.
Really? But you love chocolate and hazelnut.
I do, but I love like peanut butter and like something sweet like jam. This is sensational. That is so good.
Oh, I really don't like that.
You were coming with me tomorrow. Big day ahead. My pocket's going to be jammed.
I've got so
That is
many
amazing.
treats saved for this bike ride tomorrow. Yeah, your back is going to be bulging out, isn't it?
Because these are from New Zealand and they're being sold in America. So I wonder if I
That's
can get
good.
them here somewhere.
Oh yeah. Now taste that mango tea. That's like one of the fruitiest teas I've had. Lovely, isn't it? It almost tastes like I'm having mango.
Yeah,
Like
it's
a
got
mango
even,
squash in a way.
It's got even fruitier, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to wait for it to cool down, because I knew at first, even though it doesn't taste like this much, I knew more was coming. What are you giving those balls? Frooze balls!
Compared to energy bars that I've had, these are right up there
top of
with
the pile.
Cliff bars. I'd probably give these a 10 out of...
Really?
No, I give these ones a 9 out of 10. And I give these ones a 10 out of 10.
And in terms of fruit teas, this is going up there with that Celestial Peach.
Because have you had any mango ones, or has it mainly been peach?
It's mainly been peach. This is delicious. It really is nice. I can happily drink it like this, but could you imagine just adding a tiny touch of sugar with this?
Yeah.
Just sweetening up a little bit.
Personally, not for me, but I could imagine you'd like that. I think...
Like in an iced tea.
Yeah, I think mango, like peach, goes well with the
Really
black
well,
tea.
I think
Yeah.
so. In terms of teas, that's like 10 out of 10 with the Celestial Peach.
This is really nice, but unfortunately, it
No.
reminds us of something medicinal. So it's like
It
with
just
the
makes you
root beer, it just kind of puts you off a little bit, doesn't it? But it is nice. It's just not as good as the mango.
Last but not least, chocolate Babka!
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark,
mark.
exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Save the best for last. This is my favourite Trader Joe's item. Growing up, I have tried my fair share of chocolate babkas from Jewish bakeries, but this one is my favourite. It is so soft and the right amount of chocolate. That's so amazing that you've tried it from bakeries,
Yeah.
and this Trader Joe's has hit the nail on the head at being the perfect one. Go Trader Joe's. A sweet, rich pastry layered with chocolate.
This is why I know Babka, because in an episode of Seinfeld, they're going to a friend's birthday party at their house, and so someone suggests, oh, we should get this Babka.
Oh.
They get there too late. Someone already takes the last one. It's a really
Think
good
about-
episode.
I feel like
fun.
I've seen Babka in quite a few things as well. So,
Oh, yeah.
feel that. Soft,
Soft and lovely.
spongy. Like a zebra. Zebra. It doesn't smell like I was expecting. Smell that.
Oh, yeah.
Rich.
Really rich.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really like thin layers of pastry, isn't it? All
I think, should we cut the
wrapped up.
end off and then have a
Yeah.
slice? The layers. The effort it must have taken to make this.
Oh,
And it's still so moist. Cheers, Al.
cheers.
Have you ever tasted Babka?
No, but I've tasted something like that. What I find amazing is it's not like overly sweet.
No.
There's almost like a bit of tang in there. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice and sweet, but it's not like...
I'm trying to explain the texture. Even though it says pastry,
like
it
a
does
fine
almost
dough.
taste like really thin sponge, but then it has the texture of a really soft donut.
It's almost like a chocolate brioche. Like a chocolate layered brioche. But not quite as sweet. And look how
is.
thin that is.
in a really good way. It's like claggy. Is that the right word?
Oh, I love the way you kind of like bite it and it kind of sticks together, and you get these lovely like sheets. And there's not like loads of chocolate in between. It's just like each layer is covered in just
The
enough to make
chocolate
it.
is obviously what helps keep it moist. Yeah, how do you eat your babka?
Unless you don't like chocolate or enjoy life, I don't know how you could not enjoy that.
It's more on the edge of a darker chocolate. It's more of a rich,
Yeah.
decadent chocolate. I don't feel heavy after that,
No.
even though it is very
Yeah.
dense. And because it's not overly sweet, I feel you could easily have a slice, especially with a coffee or a tea or...
Well, I don't know when you traditionally eat babka or if it's all times of the day or just whenever, but I think that'd be really good as like a morning
Yes.
like pastry
'Cause it's not
with like a
too-
cup of tea or a coffee, because it's not like too sweet for the morning.
Because like a pan of chocolate is not like overly sweet, but it's sweeter than that probably. A babka is a sweet braided bread or cake which originated in the Jewish communities of Poland and Ukraine. It is popular in Israel, often referred to as simply a yeast cake. It is prepared with a yeast leavened dough that is rolled out and spread with a filling such as chocolate. Cinnamon would be lovely.
that'd be nice.
Fruit or cheese, then rolled up and braided
cheese for
before
like a savoury
baking.
one.
That would be delicious. I feel like George's Cakes has made this on Instagram, which is why I thought it was bread more. How funny, chocolate was not originally used as it was not generally available. The chocolate babka was likely a mid-20th century American development. Oh, maybe related to a type of Easter cake popular in Poland and Ukraine known as baba, or the diminutive babka, which means grandmother, related to the Yiddish bubi. Babka cake is usually baked to be eaten on Easter Sunday, although it's also enjoyed during other celebrations too. Let me know if Google is wrong and you guys enjoy it another way.
Let us know when you eat your babka.
So what are you giving that out?
I've got to give it a 10 out of 10. It's delicious. I would love a slice of that every day with a cup of tea or coffee.
Yeah, me too. I think it has to be a 10 out of 10, doesn't it? Especially as it's fresh.
Yeah.
It's nice when we can try something really fresh. It really is delicious, and it just adds those extra points on top, don't you think?
And in that box from Holly, we had the fresh brownies.
Oh,
now from Stella, we've had the fresh babka. I can't wait to try some more.
Trader Joe's are really good at those fresh items. I can't wait to be there and try more. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Surprised you there, didn't I? Treat of the week.
This is tricky. It's a tricky one. It's been another fantastic box from Trader Joe's, but I think there's one winner. It's these.
No, I was reaching out. Really?
No, I think it's these. I love these. They're so good, but I do have to say the babka is probably on par with them.
And my treat of the week has to be Babka.
Yeah, I love this as well, but there was just something about those that I loved.
Well, it's nice to have two different ones. Anyway, Stella, thank you so much for that amazing box. We've absolutely loved trying everything, haven't we?
Oh, it's been amazing.
We will be sending Stella a box of British treats back to enjoy. If anyone else would like to get their hands on our British goodies, we'll leave a link to our website down below.
Yeah, we've got a whole selection of boxes on there, from savoury to sweet, chocolatey, and you can get your hands on one of those, and when you do, it helps support the channel.
It really does. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
See ya.